I feel like one thing that most of the Deepwoken community can truly agree on is just that how amazing Primadon ganking used to be. It was genuinely like one of the most amazing aspects of the game and something that I personally enjoyed the most about the game. And I know for a fact that most of the top content creators that I've spoken to at least also agree with that take. They all agree that Primadon ganking was definitely some of the better times in Deepwoken's like ganking history. It's definitely better than the garbage that we have with Voidheart ganking right now. But naturally, ganks just don't happen at Primadon as often anymore. And honestly, it seems like Primadon has been mostly neglected. This once like super beloved boss by most of the community is just like a shell of its former self. And that's because it's just simply outmatched in all aspects by other PvE things in the game. For example, for relics, you'd go do Hell Mode, Enmities, and Deluvium instead of Primadon. So all in all, people just don't have a reason to really go and farm Primadon, so naturally ganks just don't occur there like they used to. But luckily, there is a good chance that that just might change, and honestly, if it does happen, it is going to be an insanely massive update for this game. Now, if you don't know what I'm insinuating at, I am talking about Corrupt Primadon. This update was suggested by me and a few other content creators for a while ago. It was initially shot down, but there is a good chance it might actually happen, and here's why. So essentially, I suggested this update in an older video of mine, and Umbral-Hand actually watched it on stream, and this is what he had to say about it. I don't say that with full confidence because all they're doing is taking a boss that's already beloved by the community and making it even better. Anyways, the suggestion
beloved by the community, maybe the PvP community, brother. Ask any PvE player, do you like doing Primadon? 99% of those niggas will say no. It's like, bro, can we get some new shit, nigga? I don't want to fucking fight Corrupt Prima. I want to see some new shit. And clearly players do as well, bro. Bro, come on, man.
In this video, I don't think Arga's totally wrong there. I think he just missed the marks on a few things. First of all, I do feel like most of the community would want this update to be in the game. I mean, here's just a poll from Skipper Gripper's server. The numbers don't lie there. Clearly, it would be a good addition for those guys. But I definitely do see his issues with my initial suggestion, since all it was me asking for Corrupt Primadon to have more health and more loot. And for him, the idea just seemed too lazy to implement. And honestly, I do see where he's coming from. With that alone, Corrupt Primadon would just be a lazy addition. But that doesn't mean there isn't an insanely good idea there, because there is a really good idea under all of this. And in fact, after my video, we had a few back and forths about Corrupt Primadon, where we agreed that with a few new moves and a few more drops, Corrupt Primadon would be a really good update. This was all before Arga was actually a dev, and this is what he has to say now that he is a dev about Corrupt Primadon.
Add Corrupt Prima, please. Corrupt Prima, huh? People swear Corrupt Primadon will save the game. I mean, maybe I could do a new move. Maybe I could do a few new moves, give him like something.
New move. More health.
What's the...
You know what? I can give it a try. I will make it corruptible. I'll make it like the Primadon King. The Monkey King.
New move, more health, make it red for me, and give it a Primadon relic.
Woo! And get like the
absolutely
old
cooked.
model back.
Absolutely cooking.
Maybe get some edits on his model.
Hold on. New move, more health. Make it red for me and give it a new Primadon relic.
I'm busy this week, but maybe I can try that. Could I do it for this week, Lee? I probably could. Maybe like a few new moves.
Watch his stream right now. Yo, my boy! My boy's in stream. At best, Corrupt Primadon is likely coming to the game, and at worst, Umbral-Hand is considering adding it to the game. And either way, I'm fine with that. Because all in all, I just want this addition to come to the game at some point, because I feel like it'd be a massive update for the community, and one that wouldn't even be that hard for the devs to even do. But first, I want to fully flesh out my initial suggestion and re-explain how I would want to see Corrupt Primadon be added to the game. Okay, so firstly, to actually spawn in Corrupt Primadon, you would need to sacrifice a Sinner's Ash, you know, to keep the whole Corrupt theme going. But instead of normal Primadon walking out, we would get like the old model, the one that was like twice the size of the one we have right now, and hopefully, you know, just for me, the skin could be a little bit more red, so I can call it Crimson Primadon. Hey, I'm just saying, a red Primadon would look tough for marketing purposes. That's all I'm saying, bro. But besides that, jokes aside, I feel like the old model shouldn't be an issue anymore. I remember it was initially removed for optimization reasons, but I can definitely say that the game has definitely been a lot more optimized since then, so hopefully it should be able to be added back into the game. And when it comes to the actual fight, I want it to be designed in a way where it expects you to come with multiple players for you to like actually pull up with your guild and take on this boss fight. So ideally, you shouldn't be able to do this, or you should have a very hard time doing it solo. And the way I envision it, Corrupt Primadon would have around 1 to 2 new moves. He would have way more HP, around 10 times more HP. So you need at least a group of like 5-6 guys to take on this boss. And he would do like 2 or 3 times more damage, so he's actually a real threat. Oh, and just to make sure there's no cheesing, enchants would be turned off on this guy, so you just couldn't get your way like through with Prof Horns. So far, this should make the boss fight actually challenging, and honestly, I want it to be super difficult. Since it's endgame content and it's an overworld boss, I don't really have any problem with it being extremely hard. Plus, if you die, the punishment isn't that deep, you don't really wipe, and because it's in the overworld and because the punishment isn't that deep, they can actually go all out with making it as difficult as they want. So Corrupt Primadon could be like some insane like Elden Ring type thing if they really wanted to make it that way. Now, making Corrupt Primadon super difficult means that the rewards have got to reflect that in some way, and I just say make Corrupt Corrupt Primadon drop a good amount of progression relics, and more importantly, a unique boss Primadon relic. Just like how Duke has the parry up and Anonymity has the mantle, with the Primadon expansion update, a exclusive relic would go really hard. Now, for what that relic actually should do, or what it should actually be, I'll leave to you guys. Comment your best suggestions for how a Primadon relic should work, and I'll pin the best one and forward it to Arga. But all in all, I feel like Corrupt Primadon would capture exactly everything I feel like people miss about this game. It's a non-instance difficult boss fight where you have to pre-plan and organize with your friends to go and take on this challenge, and especially now with the removal of DVM and the bestiary, this update fits in so well. Since you don't really need a PvE build to take on this boss fight, you could just rock up on your PvP builds and be ready for anything, the boss or potential gankers. Honestly, I really do hope Corrupt Primadon is added and is executed well, since I feel like I speak for everyone when I say I'd rather see Corrupt Primadon be added instead of another slop legendary that everyone's balancing for a week. But hey, if Corrupt Primadon is actually added to the game, you guys have to like and subscribe, because honestly, that's all me there. What can I say? I'm only kidding. A lot of content creators are actually behind this idea, and I really do hope it gets pushed. But that's it for me. Catch you out.